ready to go.
Good morning, Future Millionaire. Today's video coming from breakfast, lunchtime. And I know everybody is looking at the price and wondering why only Bitcoin Cash is going up and nothing else. This is completely anticipated. Keep in mind that starting now, all the hedge funds are starting to get into Bitcoin space. Right now, what we have here, look carefully. So Bitcoin is up 1%, Ethereum is up 6%, Bitcoin Cash is up 7.5%, Litecoin is up 2.9%. So let me tell you what's going on here. You have seen the volumes going up dramatically in the Bitcoin Cash ETF. What a lot of those hedge funds are doing on top of what I told you yesterday about shorting Bitcoin ETF, going long Bitcoin Cash ETF, what they're doing now is they are actively buying Bitcoin Cash in the open market and then bring the Bitcoin Cash and deliver it to the ETF providers and redeem the ETF then for cash. So in this process, they're going to make 5%, 10%, maybe 15% profit without any risk. All this is fantastic. What happens here is that we are looking at one of the greatest arbitrage operation that's going through the market. Right now, this is the early stage. We're only into the fourth day or maybe the fifth day of this arbitrage opportunity. Most hedge funds do this for more than months on the end. There's a lot of different funds doing nothing but arbitrage. For example, when oil price was going through the bottom, dropping to negative prices, a lot of those hedge funds rented oil tankers and stored oil and then bought oil and then stored those oil for future delivery to take advantage of the pricing difference between different months of the futures contracts. And right now they have a risk-free arbitrage where they can buy Bitcoin Cash in the open market and then deliver the Bitcoin Cash to the grayscale ETF and then redeem it for the units and then sell the units for cash. So in the process, you are Bitcoin Cash ETF dropping in price, but the price of Bitcoin Cash itself actually going up in price. I more than welcome this operation because right now the liquidity in the Bitcoin Cash market is very, very small. It's maybe around $200 million a day, $300 million a day, no more than that. The rest of the market, the rest of the $3-4 billion revenue a day in the Bitcoin Cash market is mostly based on the exchanges doing wash trading. So be aware of that as well. That means in the simplest form, if you want to understand what's going on, is the price of Bitcoin Cash itself will go up by at least another 20-30% just based on the arbitrage alone, but the Bitcoin Cash ETF price may still have a little bit more to fall. Ultimately, this arbitrage trade will stop in the moment when the price of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Cash ETF become one-to-one. So in that moment, what these funds have done is they provided the liquidity for the market. And that is what matters. When we have liquidity, the market becomes more attractive to other investors. So the next stage of the same situation will be not just hedge funds getting into the Bitcoin Cash space, but also mutual funds, family offices, and larger investors that works for super funds, for example. And then when those people have had the feel, then the individual investors will come into the market and buy more and more of the same ETF. So ultimately, the ETF of Bitcoin Cash should trading at exactly the same price as Bitcoin Cash itself. There should be very little arbitrage opportunity in the process. So this is a normal, healthy market movement. Don't get alerted by it. I've gone through the process with the silver ETF a few years ago. So when they started the silver ETF, the same thing happened as well. They have a lot of back and forth arbitrage opportunities, and whoever is smart enough and take advantage of those arbitrage opportunities, they have made a killing. But you don't need to worry about any of that. So as long as you keep buying Bitcoin Cash and keep the key to yourself, the key is keep the key to yourself. Don't keep any Bitcoin Cash key on any exchanges. I cannot emphasize enough on this situation because right now, so many exchanges are getting into trouble. You really don't want to be the one who is being left out with no key in your hand. So be very aware of that. And if I see anything changes in the market, I will make more videos about it. But meanwhile, welcome the liquidity into the Bitcoin Cash ETF and enjoy the day. And by the way, somebody sent me a message and say he's betting one coffee that today is the bottom of the market here. So here's the coffee, and so if this is the market bottom, do you send me the $4 worth of coffee? Or should I send you the $4? I'm not so sure how your bet works. But basically, we have people who have access to the market and they are buying and they say this is the bottom. Okay, shout out to you. You know who you are, and enjoy your coffee. Okay. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.